Hello everybody, this is a Lamley unboxing. I am back out in one of my favorite spots. I filmed a few videos here. It's quiet. It's a very quiet road typically. Anyway, I'm here because, well, basically I was out and about. I've been lost in Utah all this week, and I thought one thing I would do an unboxing of Matchbox 5-packs. I got a case from Matchbox, and I was like, oh, I'll just do an unboxing, just kind of see what it's like. And to be honest, it was a little boring. But you're going to see that footage next. I'm going to cut to that footage I shot south of here. Pretty location. And then as I was doing the unboxing, I realized, you know what, this could be more interesting if we did more showcases on the cars. So here's what's going to happen. This is one of the 5-packs I opened. The Matchbox Construction. I'm not going to be too excited about construction, but there is a National Parks model in here. And I think National Parks is one of the coolest subsets of diecast, of like Matchbox Hot Wheels type diecast to collect. The National Parks series has been around for a long time. The next thing I was thinking, well, what I remembered is that there's been another National Parks model that came out as well. The Jeep Grand Cherokee. So we have two National Parks models, and I thought, well, this will be perfect to do a National Parks showcase. So you want to fast forward through the unboxing portion. You can at least see what an unboxing looks like of a Matchbox 5-packs. See what's in there. But then it will culminate in a full showcase of the National Parks models. Since I'll be doing that from the studio at home, and then there's National Parks in the distance of everywhere I'm filming here, from this direction to that direction. Bryce is miles and miles and miles that way. Capitol Reef miles and miles that way. Arches, Canyonlands miles and miles that way. We might as well start the video here with this. So, unboxing coming up, full National Parks feature after that. Here we go. Hello everybody, this is a Lamley unboxing. This should be quick, I think. I got a Matchbox 5-pack case. I don't think I've ever done this unboxing, but this came from Matchbox with some other stuff, and I thought, why not do it? I have some cool background, too. Down in southeastern Utah. Sun is right behind those cliffs. Figured, I don't know how interesting this will be. Well, I guess we'll find out. But at least the location is interesting. Matchbox 5-packs. Actually, I like Matchbox 5-packs better than I like Hot Wheels 5-packs, to be honest. I just think they, I don't know. I like the themes better. They seem to be like kind of running along the Matchbox theme of realism, you know, as opposed to like weird racing or whatever else, like dinosaur cars or whatever. So, if you've ever, I don't know if you've ever seen this, what they look like. I mean, they come to stores, right? So it's not like people are rushing to open these up because there's no chases in here. But you know, this is something new. I've seen, well, they're just now flattening them. So I'm just going to pull these out. If there's a 5-pack that we think is interesting, we'll pull them out, put them on the turntable. But we start with Audubon Express. I think I've done this before because we've got, let's see if I can get that out of the glare there. We've got, I mean, the VW Transporter, we have the Alfa Romeo in blue. I think I've actually showcased this pack. Fiat 500, the Porsche is the one. The brown Porsche is the model to have, and then I think that is an Audi right there. So there might be multiples of these in here. We're just going to pull them out as we go. I guess we could go this way too. If there's anything new, I think we've seen this one before. Sometimes you see, yeah, maybe. So this is one that doesn't interest me at all. Off-road. That Mustang has been released before. So we have the Swamp Raider, Rumble Raider, a lot of Raiders, Mustang. The cool, that 68 Ford Mustang, the off-road is kind of cool. The Road Mauler and the Torque Titan. So we don't have anything that's licensed outside of the Mustang. This I don't think I've seen before. Ford Police Interceptor. So that's kind of a cool, almost looks like a Toyota TRD, but that's a fire, I mean, hazmat car. That's kind of cool. Ford 150 Animal Control Truck, Highway Rescue Fire Engine, Oh, that would have been down there. You know, we're not off to a great start, huh? I mean, there's some licensed stuff in here, but not a ton of it. There's another one right there. I don't think we have to see that again. And that fell over, but that's okay. Airport. So there we go. Swift Shuttle. Ford Police Interceptor again as a security car. That luggage hauler. No, that's not a luggage hauler. The Runway Wrangler, petrol pumper, and the hard nose. I'm going to put that there. Another one of those. This is not proving to be. All right. What do we got here? Another off-road set. 20 Jeep Gladiator, Land Rover Defender 110, Dune Buggy, Jungle Crawler, and the Matchbox 4x4, which is kind of a Land Cruiser. This is kind of a the Dodge Power Wagon, I think, right? Kind of an homage. But there's the Land Rover Defender. Farm, right? Matchbox Countryside. So there we get an ink. That's kind of cool to see an ink. I'm hoping for a National Parks. Dirt Hauler MKV Tractor Monarch. So that's actually branded. Farm Trailer, Dirt Destroyer, and the Skidster. All right. And there's another one. Oh, no, it's not, because we have the Skidster again and the Mini Dozer. So we're seeing some repeats. There's the Unimog in ink deco. That's cool. But there, we did get a National Parks. So that's pretty sweet. And a construction. Another one of those. Convertible cruisers. 48 Jeep Willys Jeepster. 1975 Cadillac Eldorado convertible. McLaren 720 Spider, 1953 Buick Skylark convertible, and the Ford Mustang convertible. So that's nice. I want to check and see if that's a replica, or a duplicate. And then, look at this. Interesting enough, we get Italian Roads 5-pack. So we get the Lamborghini Miura, Fiat 500X, Fiat 500 Turbo. That's nice and blue. Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA again, and the Alfa Romeo Giulia. So 2 Alfa Romeos, 2 Fiats, and a Lamborghini. So that's very much Italian. So that's kind of nice to see. And then knowing that, boy, if we have to find this, see if we can pack these right. So it got better as we went, right? Wasn't great, but it's interesting that you get Autobahn and Italian Roads, and we're getting new colors of these Alfa Romeos. So that's kind of part one, is the unboxing. You see what's in there, but yeah, let's move to that, but we'll have to move to the studio, so we'll edit that in a couple of days, right? Okay, let's move on. But before we do, you can take another look at this view. Yeah, sometimes I do an unboxing, I wonder, what we're going to be opening, and it got okay. And there's some models in there, so we need some Matchbox history, I think. Just as an unboxing, not great. So, yeah. So we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll make this video worth your while. All right, this is the bulk of the video. This is what you wanted to see. National Parks. I've got the 2 I need to open. I have my case full of National Parks models. I have a little, I have one of my Dream Customs parking lots to kind of, I figured what the best way, since I'm not in a national park, let's just do this is the fleet, right? This is where the fleet, somewhere in the park, where all of the equipment is, all of the vehicles are. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't know which one came out first, so we'll start with this, the 5-pack. They actually use the art here with the, what is this called again? The Stripe King. So this is for building stripes in the national park, which roads are, Zion's, I think, closes its roads. Yeah, I'm doing this with gloves. It is quite cold out. I'm going to try this. Zion's Park, and I know some others, I think Yellowstone doesn't. Maybe Yosemite does. I can't remember. But Zion's moved to a shuttle system. And so you can't, in the wintertime, I think you can drive through the park. But in the summertime, you can park in a huge parking lot and then ride the shuttle. But that still means I gotta paint some stripes, right? Those parks get so crowded. I'm not worried. I mean, ink I could do. I have to say this. Well, when we get to the set, it's this ink set. I love that Matchbox does this, and I love cross section collecting, I guess is the best way to put it. I've kind of moved to that of late, like whether it's Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunts, trying to have all of those, Zamax Red Editions, even Car Culture for that matter. But with Matchbox, there's almost more of an unofficial. They've been really, and I've been doing this, I should say, with Advan, Moon Eyes. But with Matchbox, what I really do enjoy is that they've been doing this with these decos. Ink is this is the like the made-up construction company they've used, and I'm kind of regretting. I could try and go back and try and collect all of these, but I'm really happy collecting the national parks. And I'm not going to put these on the turntable. I'll just show them to you. It is, and I know they've done the national parks theme on other models, but I am particularly interested in this kind of mint color with national parks somewhere on the body. Sometimes you know when you see it. There's usually this kind of checkered stripe somewhere. There's been this national parks with other colors. There's been even Spectraflame. I have those, but I don't consider them part of this collection. Spectraflame is part of their like collector series. I just want this color in this very clean, kind of plain, very utility looking deco. And I don't care the casting, it's going into the collection. So this one, the paint, what do they call it again? The paint striper, Road Stripe King, is the first one. And since we're going, we'll go way in the back of this fleet. So you've already seen it. And we'll go backwards like this. All right. I know it's way back there, but we have a lot to get to. And this is the other one. So what's cool about this is as you build this fleet, you have the utility vehicles. And maybe what I'll do is I'll go utility and I'll go like administrative vehicles, which I would call this an administrative vehicle. There's probably some theme here. So let's just open this up. Yeah, I think that's the best term. Cross-section collecting. So here it is. This has opening parts with gloves. I may not be able to, and I think this is a new casting too. So what's the theme? National parks, satellite communications. So I think we've seen a few of these with the satellite communications. So we'll put this in the administrative. It's a nice casting. I mean, obviously, I think we'll see some plain versions. I'm glad they went with the national parks. Nice use of the checkered in the front bumper there. So admin like that. All right, now we're just going to go through them. Let's go backwards. I've got the case here. And let's just go one by one. I think this was a 9-pack exclusive. It's National Parks Paramedic. We'll put that in, should we put that in the emergency section? Why don't we do that? I guess we can do that. This model, this is one that I don't collect. It's a plastic body, metal chassis. Not really into those, but again, because it's National Parks, we'll get in there. This set, by the way, I know I'm inevitably going to get this question. What about this model? What about this model? Well, there's the Forest Service, and then there's National Parks. National Parks is this plain mint. There's a darker mint color for Forest Service. Sometimes you'll just know it when you see it. And before you say, hey, what about this one? Go and look. Go find a picture of it or go look at it if you have it in your collection. And you will see, oh, that's Forest Service. I've got them all here that are at least part of like the main line. I don't have any, like I said, any of the collector series from like the Spectraflame. There's an ambulance. There's one in a convention model, and I don't have like the real working rigs or Skybusters. These are just the cars. So this is eco management. This will go into the administrative, I guess, like, you know, the teams on here. My daughter worked for National Park, Capitol Reef a couple years ago, and while this is not exactly, it is kind of cool to kind of see these. Here's Eco Transporter. We'll put this in the utility, I guess. This would be like an e-transporter, and I would assume it could be like doesn't have a driver, right? Driverless transporter, so that will go into the administrative. This is not an order, it's just the way I have the case. I have to use a larger slot, but I'm going to go as we go. This would go into the utility section, of course. This is the, I don't know, what is this one called? I don't even remember, but it is obviously a snowplow. Right, with National Park. So this one goes into the utility section. I guess we'll find out which section has the most. Utility for sure on this one. I can't remember if this one came in a 5-pack or was a basic release. I don't even know if this one has a name. Yeah, Matchbox Backhoe in National Parks. Shame the shovel doesn't move, but I can see why it wouldn't. The front one does, though, so we can put that up like that. I can pretty soon start rolling these. Hard to do with gloves and distance because there's so many. All right. This is, okay, so remember there's 2 Land Cruisers, and the story behind this, Michael Geralda, who designed this, who made this deco, said that he was, he's retired, but he'll do consulting projects and do some separate projects for the Matchbox team occasionally. And he started working on a Land Cruiser and didn't realize another member of the design team was working on a Land Cruiser as well. So he did his. I think this is, I can't remember whose is whose, but this one came in one of those Target exclusives that never really made it to the US and was only sold in Europe. So I think this one with the white roof is the really valuable one. Forest Ranger, we'll put that on the admin team. And then here's the other one. They were released within a couple months of each other, I think. This one is in a 5-pack, right? National Parks 5-pack. This is Wildlife Refuge, and we'll put that one. So one has the white roof. This one is the more collector type. I mean, it was the Target exclusive, so it was a little more expensive, so it got a little bit more treatment. But this one still gets, it's still pretty nice. Did this one get... No, this one didn't get front deco either. Just got the white roof. But they're both different, right? The roof is the main and the wheels. All right. This one was from we'll put this on the admin. This is one of those Hitch and Haul series, Trail Management, and I believe, I don't know which one came with it, but this one has enough of the, I don't think it was this one. Let's see. Let's see if this one says Trail Management on it. I don't know, one of them. There's 2 trailers. So I'll just put this one on it for now. Problem is, well, I guess it works. Kind of works. It really doesn't. So and there's these 2. And they were released at different times. This one was in a 5-pack. One of them was in a 5-pack, one of them wasn't. Anyway, we'll put these both in the utility slot. And we'll put this one, which is Trail Management. I already did that. In the admin. So far, admin is going pretty good. All right. Couple of classics as we go backwards. This one is Animal Protection Services. Love this one because this is one of my favorite Matchbox castings. This is the GMC 1957 GMC Stepside. And when I saw this one go in National Parks, I was so excited. I think this was from a store exclusive set as well. I guess we'll put that in admin. Or we have rescue, we have construction, maybe we have pickup utility, right? We'll just put that one over here, like the pickup series. Here, we can put it right there. So I don't know where this one would go because we have another classic from the moving parts series. This is the Suburban. What year is this one? 1950 Chevy Suburban. Has the engine portion. Admin, Park Patrol. I don't know. I think we'll put it in here with the admins. We take this stuff very seriously, don't we? All right. Another classic. They're going with the classics, and I love that they've done this because we have a few of these. This is the Superintendent. Yeah, Superintendent Park Operations. Well, we know where that one goes. Goes in admin as well. This is 59 Dodge Coronet Police. I love this model as a National Parks. And it's maybe a little bit too modern and a deco for that kind of car, but I still love that they did it. This is a boat. I can handle a boat. Lake Patrol. We'll put that. Should we put that with emergency? Might as well. Might as well. All right, another classic. And then I think we'll be done with that. Park Patrol. Well, so we have 2 Park Patrols. We have Lake Patrol and Park Patrol. Since this is a pickup, we'll put it in with the pickup team. This is the 1947 and a half Chevy AD truck in the National Parks. I've never separated them like this. It's kind of fun. All right, that's the back side. We've got another side to do. All right. We have that more modern Jeep Cherokee. We have the classic Jeep Cherokee. This has to go in the admin. This is National Parks Park Patrol as well. But we're going to put that in the admin, I guess. You guys, as we're going, you can leave your comments like, no, I'd put that with something else. This definitely goes into the utility. This would be of good use right now. This is the Snowcat, right? I don't know what they call it. Hail Cat. National Parks, what does that say? High Sierra Transport. Well, then that's out in California and probably very helpful. That's going to go into the utility section for sure. As will this if I can get it out with these gloves. Waste services, right? Garbage truck has to go into the utility, I would think. So there it goes. Parking right there, or we might run out of room. Fire truck, we'll go that into emergency. This is the Freightliner. See what it says. We have the emergency, like the flame. Satellite communications, fire service, and rescue. Yeah, this one definitely goes into our emergency section. Would you put this in pickups? Would you put the services, utility, administrative? I think we'll put it in the services. This is the Unimog. This was in a special series. Park Patrol as well. Unimog goes here with this fleet team, with this fleet. Road crew, we know where this goes for sure. This is the driller. I can't remember what it's called. Some sort of driller, right? Road crew. This is fun. This is fun. Kind of like this. All right, let's keep on going. We have trailer. This is a horse trailer. So we could put this with any sort of pickup or any. I wonder what has a, besides that big Jeep, I wonder what has a tow hitch. I'm not seeing very many. The Jeep does. We might come across a couple in a little bit, and we'll see. But equestrian Ranger, we'll put that, I guess, with utility, just like the other trailers. So that goes there. Blazer, this came in the 5-pack. Right? Chevy Blazer, right? It's one of the old Chevy Blazer 4x4. Just dropped it. Doing this gloves may be not the best idea. 4x4. National Parks Park Patrol. I guess, where do we put it? Put it in admin? Guess we will. All right. Utility. Water truck. Road maintenance water truck. That's an easy one. Do you see how cool it is when you do these like cross-section collecting? How fun it is to have all of these. This is one of my favorite castings. One of my favorite utility castings is the scraper. I'm so glad that they did a National Parks version of the scraper. So that one is an easy one into our utility parking lot that we're running out of space very quickly. I think we're going to do pretty good, though. Another one of my favorites. This was the debut of the Ram. Oh, yeah, 2015 Ram. Love this one as a police truck. We've seen it as as an actual highway patrol truck, but I love it as a forest ranger. So this one we'll put in with the trucks as well. Just modern, it's a modern truck, but it has like a kind of a perfect stance. Just love that one. And we'll go ahead and put this one in with it too. Not real keen on this casting. This kind of it's a generic casting. I don't remember what it's called. What is it? Questor? Supposed to be some sort of like off-road overland utility truck. We'll just put it in with these as well. And I guess we would have to put the International, another kind of poor casting. But from that kind of goofy era of these kind of tuned casting that Matchbox is doing. Remember, I talked about this, like marketing said we should create castings that would be how a small child would look at them. And so they were distorted in this way, and that kind of backfired. And the castings weren't very popular. Collectors hated them, of course. And it's not just what collectors do, but no one was buying them anyway. And so the International Scouts are cool, and this is actually quite valuable. I think it was a 10-pack exclusive, but we'll put it there. It still just is a terrible casting. Utility gets another team member. What is this one called? Tractor Plow, an old classic, done as a National Parks model. I could have argued that this one may have been Forest Service because it doesn't have the black and white checker, but I I think this one is National Parks because it says National Parks on it. So that goes into our utility section. I don't know where we'll put this one. It's satellite communications, so maybe it's administrative, but obviously they could do this as like an overland camper. It's unlicensed. I can't remember what it's called. I don't think there's a name on it. Oh, maybe there is. Prospector. Not a great casting, but again, I have it. We'll put it here. I have it because it's National Parks. All right, emergency. This one is easy. Another one that's really, really cool. There's a variation where they got the color wrong. This is the Ford Super Duty, F550 Super Duty. It's a little small, the casting, but it's still great as a fire truck. Still fantastic. What does it say here? Satellite communications, brush sector area 62. So brush fire truck, obviously of relevance these days in the news. All right, now we get to the most valuable National Parks model. One that I have seen sell for over $1,000. We know the story. I've told it a lot. This will obviously go with the pickups, but this is the Ford, or no, not Ford. This is the Chevrolet Silverado 4x4. This was a 10-pack exclusive or 9-pack exclusive. I can't remember what they're doing at the time. That ended up only going to Canada and was sold in Canada. And at the time that it was on the shelves, people didn't realize it was rare. No one realized it was rare. I ended up having a friend pick one up for me and send it to me, and I'm happy I did, just because I assumed it was going to show up in the US, but I was like, just in case, and as ended up, it didn't. And so this has ended up being, for those that are collecting National Parks models, this is by far the hardest one to acquire, and so it has really gained in value, and it's just because of its rarity. It'd be fun to find one in package, and occasionally they'll pop up too in a 9-pack or 10-pack. I guess we can move these down. If you wanted to sit here and watch me do this. Didn't realize the pickups would end up being so common. Here's another one. It's kind of interesting. It's a generic casting. It's really kind of reflects where Matchbox was. A lot more unlicensed stuff. It's cool. It's Wilderness Ranger. It's the Baja something. What is it? Baja Bullet. I mean, you can see what it's based off of, and it's well done, but I wish it was licensed. But it's cool stuff, cool casting, and done as a National Parks truck. It's kind of interesting. I guess we have to put it here. Emergency, we get another one here for sure. This is one of my favorite Matchbox castings of all time. It is the International Fire, like the brush fire truck. What's the official name? International Workstar Brush Fire Truck 2007. Loved this one as a National Parks model. EKM County Forestry Services, National Parks, Forest Ranger. That's just a great casting. They moved it to plastic, but this version with the metal on it is the one to have, and that's a great casting. Another one that's kind of hard to find is the Land Rover Discovery, right? It's Land Rover Discovery, yeah. Old casting, kind of a big casting. This is satellite communications. That's definitely admin. I believe that was in a 10-pack exclusive. I have no idea where to put this one. Mojave sector. I guess this could get someone out to where they needed to be, but they're not going to be able to bring anyone back, really. They're not going to be able to carry a lot of equipment, but in the Mojave Desert. So do we put it as utility? Because we've run out of some space. So I'm going to put that here, and it'll have a companion. This is administrative, I think. Humvee. Satellite communications. This gets the team out there to work on it. I guess you could say utility, I guess, but we're just going to go and put it as administrative right here because we have the spot for it. Look, we've almost gotten every spot filled. This one, we just don't know what to do with. This is one of the more odd ones, and it's the second one they ever did, and we'll get back to the first one, the OG. Satellite communications, Forest Ranger. It's a one-seater, so maybe it carries some equipment. This is obviously the Dune something. I don't even know what it's called. I don't know. Off-road rider. It's kind of an odd casting, but kind of built on a custom off-roader, right? And I don't know what purpose it serves. Those wheels are awful, but it is part of the National Parks. It was the second one they ever did. So, you know what? It's decommissioned, and so it sits back in the kind of off the here. In the utility section because it was decommissioned. And then we finish off with the original, and it's still one of the best from the National Parks, is the old classic 97 Chevy Tahoe. It was a mainline basic model. When was this? I mean, 2006, 2007, maybe that came out. Forest Ranger, clearly administrative, could be police also, but definitely fits perfectly in that last slot. We did well. Look at that. All of them. Still fits in my case. There's still a few more that has to come out for me to fill the case, but we're getting there. I'm pretty happy with these. Look at that. You've got your utility section with the trucks, like this, like services section or whatever. You've got emergency. Emergency needs a few more. We've got 2 brush fire trucks, a standard fire truck, an ambulance, and a boat. Administrative, from classic to modern. They're driving Land Cruisers. They're driving Broncos. They're living large. Cherokees. They're doing pretty well. And then the utility section is well rounded, I think, too, between snow plows and tractors and everything else. Now a line stripe truck. I think that's pretty good. Okay, this makes for a long video now that we've gone through all of them. You guys tell me what you think. I want to know what your favorite is. I want to know if you're collecting these. Obviously, with some of these rarities like the Silverado, it's hard to collect all of them, but it's still really fun to collect. Do you enjoy looking at these? I think they are. I think they're really cool to have out. All right, thanks everybody. There's a cool Matchbox video for you. Kind of goes in all kinds of different directions. I hope you enjoyed it. We got more later. Thanks. Bye.